All right, we are back. All right, yeah, Todd had to dip. He got some appointments that he had to get to, but yeah, we're gonna give you all our sports update. We did talk about the Celtics and all that, but WNBA Finals, the Aces are leading the Liberty 2-1, but the Aces got injuries right now. Chelsea Gray, I believe they lost 2 players that aren't playing tonight because of injury. I know Chelsea Gray is one of them. I don't know who the second one is.
Hopefully it wasn't Asia. They need Asia.
I'm looking at that right now. Stokes.
Okay.
Kia Stokes.
She's key.
Kia Stokes.
I was at the championship last year when they
Chelsea Gray is a big loss though. Chelsea Gray. That's
she's
a
the
big
point.
Loss.
She
Yeah.
runs everything. She's the motor.
Yeah, but now it's this is the time Kelsey Plum got to step up, and of course Asia Wilson, who I think was the MVP of the league, she got to step up too. So
they gave it to Plum though, right? They gave it to Plum.
No, they gave it to Breanna Stewart.
Breanna Stewart. I'm talking about last year's MVP. They gave it to Plum, right? In the finals.
Probably.
I would think it was Asia.
Yeah, so they got the Aces got the chance to close it out tonight, or it goes back to Vegas for Game 5.
I think it's going back to Vegas.
You think it's going back to Vegas?
Yeah, they need Gray
because of the injuries.
Yep.
It would be cool for it to go back to Vegas, but I just think Asia Wilson's gonna have a big game, and they're just gonna come out with the victory.
I love the Aces.
Because I don't think there's anybody on that court that could guard Asia Wilson.
Breanna, you don't think the block? You ain't see that block?
Yeah, she's good, but I don't think she. I just think Asia Wilson is just up here.
Oh yeah, as far as game.
Yeah.
She's a little quicker, but Breanna got some skills.
Yeah, she does.
Breanna got some skills.
Breanna can make stuff difficult for Asia Wilson on the offensive end. She can put the ball on the floor and she can take her out to the 3-point line. So we'll see. I'm actually going to tune in for this game, Game 4. All right, Bucks. Other news. Postseason, Major League Baseball postseason update. I forgot to talk about this last year. The Houston Astros, 7th straight championship game series appearance. Right now they're down 2-0 to the Texas. It's a whole Texas thing in the ALCS. And then the Phillies are up 2-0 on Arizona.
Smashed them. They smashed them last night.
Yeah.
Put some runs up. They're looking good. Former Red Sox players. Always looking good everywhere.
Philly was in the finals last year, right?
Yeah.
See, they were in the World Series last year, right? They're trying to get back to it. Well, so we might have a repeat World Series matchup from last year. But right now, the Astros got to get it together, and the Diamondbacks need to get it together if they want to have a chance at these series.
Yeah. Dusty Baker, man. He's a vet. I think, he's been in the trenches. He's been in these type of situations before. Yeah. If anybody can do it between those two teams, I would say Dusty Baker for sure.
Agreed.
I would go with the Astros.
Yeah, definitely. All right, me and Stevie were talking about this earlier, but Showtime Sports is stopping operations. HBO as well, right?
Yep, they already have. HBO stopped their boxing production years ago.
Yeah, so what does this mean for the future of boxing programming?
So what it means is they're going to move to a different platform. Right now, the PBC has been offered $1 billion from the Zone to move to the Zone and bring their production to the Zone. But Amazon also made an offer, and Amazon's offer is not known yet, but for myself and a lot of boxing fans, we know that if you go to the Zone already has dates that they have fights that are already being put on. But if you go to Amazon, everything's open. All the dates are open. They don't have a boxing platform. This will be the first. They got the NFL, and the NFL is pretty successful on Amazon. So. I like Amazon.
Streaming is the way to go. It's the way to go. And I think some of these fighters are probably thinking they probably just need a platform that they control, so they could, so it won't be that middleman. Get rid of the middleman.
Exactly.
Exactly. There might be that because I know I saw Terrence Crawford and Ryan Garcia talking about it on Twitter. Like the boxers need to get something.
Yeah,
together.
those are guys that they put in their work and they're no longer under anybody's banner. They're independent fighters. But a lot of these young fighters, they don't have the money, they don't have the name, they don't have the cachet so they have to sign on to somebody like PBC, and then PBC signs with the networks. But someone like Crawford, Canelo, they can do what they want to do. They can go straight to the network. They can use PBC. Whatever the best business deal is going to be, that's what they'll do.
Yeah, definitely. So,
And it doesn't affect the rest of the fights. All the fights that were already contracted this year, they're going to fulfill those fights, like David Benavidez versus Boo Andrade. What else? That's going to be a great fight. Incredible fight. I believe I have to go with the Mexican Monster. He's undefeated. Yeah, they're both undefeated. But the Mexican Monster, he's been in 168 his whole career. Boo Boo moved up from 154. It's kind of like what Charlo did with Canelo, but the difference is he had a fight at 168 already. So that's what he tested the power of the guy. So I think he'll be able. Talking about Andre tested the power of the guys at 168, and I think he's going to give Benavidez some problems. But at the end of the day, I think the Monsters is going to win.
Yeah, definitely. Pedro, what else fights they got lined up? I know there was a press conference that got heated.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday, I watched a little bit of that.
Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. Now, it wasn't even Regis that was heated. It was Regis's coach. It was his strength and conditioning coach who really made that a heated and entertaining press conference.
I mean, that's typical boxing press conferences for you. There's never a peaceful press conference in boxing. It's always somebody always got to act crazy.
You got to sell the fight. They were selling the fight, and in this fight, initially, I was feeling, cautious for Devin Haney because of the weight. But then I seen him face to face, and Devin actually towers over him. I think Devin's going to have his way with Regis.
Pedro, what you think?
This kid from New Orleans, what's his name?
Regis.
Yeah, he has a lot of power, man. He's got 25 KOs.
Out of 29 fights. He definitely does. But at the same time, you're talking about the dream. Devin Haney,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
And his skill, and like I said, I at first I was thinking like you, Regis has too much power. You know what I'm saying? If he catches Devin's going down, which still might even happen. But I think with Devin bulking up in weight and his skills, his experience, his skills, I think he's gonna dominate. I don't think he's gonna knock Prograis out, but he's gonna dominate the fight.
I know it was just one fight. Last fight of Prograis, he didn't really look too good, but it was just one fight. So
right, and if you heard what he said he kind of did that on purpose because if he would have knocked the dude out in 2 rounds, nobody would want to fight him. Devin wouldn't have signed that contract. Yeah. That's what he was saying.
All right, so and this is for the World Super Lightweight title?
Yep, WBC.
All right, this is sure.
Great fight. It's going to be a great fight. Good fight. Entertaining. Regis is always entertaining. Devin's always entertaining. Great fight.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to see that. All right, it's time for our another one.
Just a quick highlight of last week's matchup. Here it is.
Yeah. This is Mendoza versus Tim Tszyu.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Mendoza's the tough out, and Tim Tszyu made him look like a tomato can. The whole fight. And the argument now is, should Tim Tszyu fight Jermell Charlo or should he fight Terrence Crawford? Because Terrence Crawford can move up, right? Since Tim Tszyu owns the WBO championship and ask for a mandatory fight because that's a loophole within the WBO.
Okay.
If you're a champion at a lower weight, you can move up right away and ask for a championship fight. Only with the WBO. So that's the argument that's going on right now in the boxing world, whether it should be Charlo, who wants to come back and retain his belt because he had to give it up going up weight. He didn't lose it to him, but he gave it up.
I mean, it seems like either or it'll be a big deal.
Yeah.
Either whoever he chooses to fight, I think that'll be a big sell. People definitely want to see if Charlo can get those belts back because he's going to go with technically I've never lost these belts. I had to give them up. So, and then you got to go with, and then there's Crawford, who we just know his resume and what he's been doing. So, can't go wrong with either.
Who would you rather see, though?
Crawford. Him and Crawford.
Who would you rather see, Pedro?
Crawford versus Tim Tszyu, because we're talking about skills versus power. This kid got has a lot of power. This kid Tszyu.
Yes. Yes, very powerful.
Yeah. Well,
I personally though, I'd rather see Charlo fight him, and then I'd rather see Crawford fight Boots Ennis.
The thing is about Charlo, I mean, I like him, but he's not as busy in there.
Right, and but my reasoning is this: the reason why I want to see him fight Tim Tszyu is because if Tim Tszyu does beat Crawford, you know, then there's no argument about Charlo's gonna be like, oh, Crawford. No. I want to see Charlo fight Tim Tszyu, see if he can get his belt back, and then Crawford fights the winner of that. That's what I want to see.
That makes sense.
okay, yeah, man.
That's what I want to see.
Agreed.
And in the meantime, either give Errol his rematch, right? If you don't give Errol his rematch, then fight Boots. So you can shut everybody up. Because everybody's like, oh, you scared of Boots and this and that. He's not afraid of Boots. Just what does he gain out of fighting Boots?
Gotcha. Well, we'll
You know me and my boxing.
yeah, we'll see if that happens. Then that's our boxing update.